Leonato. Leonato, a letter.
I learn in this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina.
He is very near by this. He was not 3 leagues off when I left him.
How many men has he lost in this action?
A few of any sort, and none of them.
Aha, a victory is twice itself when the achiever brings home full numbers. I read here that Don Pedro hath bestowed much honour on a young Florentine named Claudio.
Much deserved on his part, equally remembered by Don Pedro. He hath better exhortation than you must expect me to tell you how.
He had an uncle here in Messina who will be very much glad of it.
I have delivered him letters, and there seems so much joy in them that joy could not seem modest enough without a badge of bitterness.
Did he break out into tears?
In great measure.
A kind overflowing of kindness. There are no faces truer than those that are so washed. How much better it is to weep at joy than to joy at weeping.
I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars, or no?
There's no such man that fought in these wars, my lady.
What is it you ask for, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedict, Padua. He set up his bills here in Messina and challenged Cupid at the flight. And my uncle's fool, reading the challenge, subscribed for Cupid and challenged him at the bird ball. I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? How many hath he killed? For I have promised to eat all of his killing.
Faith, niece. You tax Signor Benedict too much, but he'll meet with you, I doubt it not.
He hath done good service in these wars, lady.
You had musty victuals, and he had holp to eat it. He is a very valiant trencherman, and he hath an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier too, lady.
And a good soldier to a lady, but what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honourable virtues.
It is so indeed. He is no less a stuffed man than for the stuffing. Oh well, we are all mortal.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There is a merry war betwixt her and Signor Benedict. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wit between them.
Alas, he gets nothing for that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now is a whole man governed with 1. If he have wit enough to keep himself warm, let him bear it for the difference between himself and his horse. For it is all the wealth he have left to be known a reasonable creature. Who is his companion now? For every month he has a new sworn brother.
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh Lord, he will hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio if he to catch the Benedict. It will cost him £1,000 ere he be cured.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Do, good friend.
And you'll ne'er run mad, niece.
No, not till a hot January.
Don Pedro is approached.
Good Signor Leonato. You've come to meet your trouble. Fast in the world is to avoid cost, and yet you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my door in the likeness of your grace. For trouble being gone, comfort should abide. But when you depart, sorrow remains and happiness takes its leave.
You embrace your charge too willingly. And I think this is your daughter.
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Oh, well, no, Signor Benedict, for then you were but a child.
You have it, fool Benedict. We may tell by this what you are being a man. Truly, the lady father's herself. Be happy, lady, for thou art like an honourable father.
If Signor Leonato be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders for all Messina, as like him as she is.
I wonder that you're still talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What? My dear Lady Disdain, are you yet living?
It is possible Disdain should die while she has such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict. Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat? For it is certain I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted. And I would I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart. For truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women, else they would be troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God and my cold blood I am of your humour for that. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall scape a predestinate scratch face.
Not make it worse as it were, a face which as yours were.
Oh, you're a rare parrot teacher.
Rather a bird of my tongue than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue, and so good a continuer. But keep you away, a God's name, I have done.
You always end in a jade's trick. I know you of old.
That's the sum of all. Signor Claudio, Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonato hath invited you all. I tell him we shall stay at the least a month, and he heartily prays that some occasion may detain us longer. I dare swear he is no hypocrite, but praise from his heart.
If you swear, my lord, you shall not be forsworn.
I thank you. I am not of many words,
but I thank you.
Is it, your grace? Read on.
Benedict, didst thou note the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you question me as an honest man should do for my simple true judgment, or would you have me speak after my custom as a professed tyrant to their sex?
No, I pray thee speak in sober judgment.
Why, a faith, you think she's too low for a great praise, too brown for a fair praise, and too little for a high praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that were she other than as she is, she were unhandsome, and being no other than as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in sport. I pray thee tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, had a case to put it into. Speak you this with a sad brow. Come, and what key shall a man take you in the song?
In mine eyes, she is the sweetest lady that ever I looked on.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There's her cousin, and she were not possessed with a fury, exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
It's come to this. Shall I never see a bachelor of 60 again? Look, Don Pedro returned to seek you.
What secret hath held you here that ye followed not to Leonato?
I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
You hear, Count Claudio? I can be secret as a dumb man, but on my allegiance, mark you this, on my allegiance, he is in love. With who? Now that is your grace's part. Note how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonato's short daughter.
If this were so, so were it uttered.
Like they'll tell my lord, it is not so, nor 'twas not so, and God forbid it should be so.
If my passion change not shortly, God forbid it should be otherwise.
Amen, if you love her, for the lady is very well worthy.
You speak this affect me in, my
By
lord.
my troth, I speak my thought.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my toothpaste and troth, my lord, I spoke mine.
Thus I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
But I neither know how she should be worthy, nor feel how she should be loved. Is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I will die in it at the stake.
There was ever an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
And never could maintain his part, but in the force of his will.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. But that I will have a recheat wounded in my forehead, or hang my bugle in an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me. For I will not do them the wrong to mistrust any. I will do myself the right to trust none. And the fine is, for the which I go the finer, I will live a bachelor.
I shall see there I die, look pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lord, not with love.
Well, if ever thou dost fall from this faith, thou would prove a notable argument.
If I do, hand me in a bottle like a cat and shoot at me.
Well, as time shall try, in time the savage bull doth bear the yoke.
The savage bull may. But if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck off the bull's horns, set them in my forehead, and let me be vilely painted. And in great letters as they write, "Here is good horse to hire," let them signify under my sign, "Here you may see Benedict, the married man."
If this should ever happen, thou wouldst be horn mad. My liege, your highness now may do me good.
My love is thine to teach. Teach it but how, and thou shalt see how apt it is to learn any hard lesson that may do thee good.
Hath Leonato any son, my lord?
No child but Hero, she's his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudia?
Oh, my lord, when you went onward on this ended action, I looked upon her with a sore design, that liked, but had a rougher task in hand than to drive liking to the name of love. But now I am returned, and that war thoughts have left their places vacant. In their rooms come thronging soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young Hero is, saying, I liked her ere I went to war.
It would be like a lover presently entirely here with a book of words. If thou dost love fair Hero, cherish her, and I will break with her and her father, and thou shalt have.
How sweetly do you minister to love that no loves grief by his complexion. But lest my liking might too sudden seem, I would have solved it with a longer treaty.
What needs the bridge much broader than the flood? The fair is granted the necessity. Look, what will serve is fit, 'tis once thou lovest, and I shall fit thee with thy remedy. I know we will have revelling tonight. I'll assume thy part in some disguise, and tell fair Hero I am Claudia. and in her bosom I'll unclasp my heart and take her hearing prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. Then after to her father will I bring, and to conclude, she shall be thine. In practice, let us put it present.
Ah, now, brother, where's my cousin, your son? Has he provided this music?
He is very busy about it. But, brother, I have news that you yet dreamt not of.
Very good, think you?
As events stand them, they have a good cover. They show well outward. The prince and Count Claudio, walking in a thick pleached alley in my orchard, were thus overheard by a man of mine. The prince discovered to Claudio that he loved my niece, your daughter, and that he meant to acknowledge it this night at a dance. And if he found her accordant, that he meant to take the present time by the top and instantly break with you of it.
Has the fellow any wit who told you this?
A good sharp fellow. I will send for him. You can question him yourself.
No. We'll hold it as a dream till it appear itself. But I will acquaint my daughter with all, so she may be better prepared for an answer. Peradventure this be true. Go you now and tell her of it, good cousin. Have care this busy time.
What good year, my lord? Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no measure in the occasion that breeds, therefore the sadness is without limit.
Should hear a reason?
And when I have heard it, what blessings bringeth it?
Not a present remedy, but a patient sufferance.
I wonder that thou, being as thou sayest about born under Saturn, goest about to apply a moral medicine to mortifying mischief. I cannot hide what I am. Must be sad when I have cause and laugh at no man's jest. Eat when I have stomach and wait on no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy and tend to no man's business. Laugh when I am merry and claw no man in his humour.
Yeah, but you can't make full show of this, though you must do it without controlment. You have late stood out against your brother, tend nearly into his grace. Where it is impossible, you shall take root and frame the session for your own harvest.
I'd rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace, and it better fits my blood to be disdained of all than to fashion a carriage to rob love from any. In this, though I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest man, yet it must not be denied, but I am a plain, dealing villain. I am trusted with a muzzle, and enfranchised with a claw. Therefore I have decreed not to sing in my cage. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of discontent?
I will make all use of it, for I use it only. Who comes here? What news, Brachio?
I came yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonato, and I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on? Who's he for a fool that betroths himself to unquietness?
Marry, it is your brother's right hand.
Who, the most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
Proper squire. And who, which way looketh he?
Marry, on Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonato.
A very forward march, chick. How came you to this?
Being entertained for a perfumer, as I was smoking a musty room, comes me the prince and Claudio, hand in sad conference. I whipped me behind the arras, and there heard it agreed upon that the prince should woo Hera for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him any way, I bless myself every way. You're both sure, and will assist me.
To the death, my lord.
Let us to the great supper. There, cheer is the greater that I am subdued. But the cook were of my mind. Shall we go? Prove what's to be done.
We'll wait upon your lordship.
Count John not here at Scotland?
I saw him not.
How tardily that gentleman looks. I never can see him. I'm heartburned an hour after. He is of a very melancholy disposition. He were an excellent man, made somewhere in the midway between him and Benedict. The one is too much like an image and says nothing, and the other too much like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
So I half seen your Benedict's tongue in Count John's mouth and half Count John's melancholy in Senior Benedict's face.
With a good leg and a good foot, uncle, and money enough in his purse, such a man could win any woman in the world if he could get her goodwill.
Oh, by my troth, niece, I shall never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd as thy tongue. If faith, she's too cursed.
Too cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God's sending that way, for it is said, God sends a cursed cow shorthorn, but to a cow that is too cursed, he sends none.
Ha! So by being too cursed, God sends you no horn.
Just if he sends me no husband, for which blessing I am at him upon my knees every morning and evening. Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. I'd rather lie in the woollen.
Thou may alight on a husband that hath no beard.
What would I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? He that hath a beard is more than a man. He that hath no beard is less than a youth. He that is less than a youth is not for me, and he that is more than a man, I am not for him. Therefore I will even take sixpence in earnest of the bear ward, and lead his apes to hell.
Oh, well then, go you into hell.
No, but to the gates, and there will the devil meet me, like an old couple, with horns on his head, and say, Get you to heaven, Beatrice, get you to heaven. Here's no place for you maids. So I deliver me up my apes, and away to St. Peter for the heavens. He shows me where the bachelors sit, and there live we as merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust you will be ruled by your father.
Yes, faith, it is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, Father, as it please you. But for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say, Father, as it please me.
Oh, well, niece, I hope to one day see you fitted with a husband. Ah, the revellers are entering, brother. Make good room.
Lady, will you walk with your friend?
So you walk softly, look sweetly, and say nothing. I am yours for the walk, especially when I walk away.
With me in your company?
I may say so when I please.
And when pleases you to say so?
When I like your favour. For God defend the lute should be like the case.
My visor is Philemon's roof. Within the house is Joe.
Why then, your visor should be thatched.
Speak low, if you speak low.
I would not have it for your own sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Name one.
I say my prayers aloud.
All the better. That the hearers may say, Amen.
God bless me with a good dancer,
Amen.
and God keep him out of my sight when the dance is dead.
No more words.
I know you well enough. You're Signor Antonio.
Lord, I'm not.
I can tell by the waggling of your head.
To tell you true, I counterfeit him.
You could never do him so ill well unless you were the very man. Here's his right hand up and down. You are he, you are he.
In a word, I'm not.
Come, do you think I do not know you by your excellent wit? Can virtue hide itself? Go to none. You are he, graces will appear, and there will be an end.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Will you not tell me who you are?
Not now.
That I was disdainful and had my merry wit and was 100 merry tales. Well, this was Senior Benedict that said so.
What's a he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
Not I, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
No, I pray you. What is he?
Why, he is the prince's jester, a very dull fool. Only his gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but libertines delight in him, and his wit is not in his villainy. For he both pleases men and angers them, and then they laugh at him, and then they beat him. I am sure he is in the fleet. I wish he had boarded me.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do. But he will break a comparison or two on me, which peradventure, not laugh or mark, will strike him into melancholy, and then a partridge wing will be saved, and the fool will eat no supper that night. We must follow the leaders.
In every good thing.
Nay, if they lead to any ill, I will leave them at the next turning.
Sure, my brother is enamored on Hero and hath withdrawn with her father to break with him on it. The ladies follow her, and but one visor remains.
And that is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are you not, Signor Benedict?
You know me well, I'm he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hero. I pray you, dissuade him from her. She is not equal of his birth. You may do the part of an honest man in it.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I too, and he swore he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the supper.
Thus answer I in name of Benedict, but hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so, the prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things, save in the office and affairs of love. Therefore, all hearts in love use their own tongues. Let every eye negotiate for himself and trust no agent. For beauty is a witch, against whose charms faith melteth into blood. This is an accident of hourly proof, which I mistrusted not. Farewell, therefore, Hero.
Count Claudio.
Yea, the same.
Come, will you go with me?
Whither?
Even to the next willow about your own business, Count. And what fashion will you wear the garland of? About your neck like a usurer's chain, or under your arm like a lieutenant's scarf? You must wear it one way, for the prince hath got your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
Why, that's spoken like an honest drover. So they sell bullocks, but did you think the prince would have treated you thus?
I pray you leave me.
And now you strike like the blind man. 'Twas the boy who stole your meat, and you'll beat the post.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Alas, poor heart foul. Now will he creep into sedges, but that my lady Beatrice should know me, and not know me. The prince is fool. And maybe I go under that title because I am married. But so I am apt to do myself wrong. I am not so reputed. It is the base, though bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world into her person, and so gives me out. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Well, Signor, where's the Count? Did you see him?
Troth, my lord, I find him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace had got the goodwill of his young lady, and I offered him my company to a willow tree, either to make him a garland as being forsaken, or to bind him up a rod as being worthy to be whipped.
To be whipped? What's his fault?
The flat transgression of a schoolboy who, being overjoyed at finding a bird's nest, shows it his companion, and he steals it.
Well, thou make trust to transgression. The transgression lies with the stealer.
Yet it had not been amiss that the rod had been made, and the garland too. For the garland he might have worn himself, and the rod he might have bestowed on you, who, as I take it, hath stolen his bird's nest.
Oh, I will but teach them to sing and restore them to the owner.
If their singing answer your saying, by my faith you say honestly.
Lady Beatrice has a quarrel with you. The gentleman who danced with her told her she was much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me past the endurance of a block. An oak, but with one green leaf on it, would have answered her. My very visor began to assume life and scold with her. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me that I stood like a man at a mark, with the whole army shooting at me. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there were no living near her. She would infect to the North Star. I would not marry her, though she were endowed with all that Adam had left him before he transgressed.
Look, here she comes.
Will your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand now to the Antipodes that you can devise to send me on. I will fetch your toothpicker now from the furthest inch of Asia, bring you the length of Prester John's foot, fetch you a hair off the great Pan's beard, do you any embassies to the pygmies, rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy? You have no employment for me?
None but to desire you good company.
Ah, God, sir. Here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You've lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed, my lord, he lent it me a while. I gave him use for it, a double heart for a single one. Marry, once before, he won it off me of false dice. Therefore, your grace may well say, I have lost it.
You put him down, lady, you put him down.
I would not he should do me, my lord, lest I should prove the mother of fools. I brought you Count Claudio, who you sent me to seek.
Oh, now, Claudio, wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
Well, then, sick.
Neither, my lord.
The count is neither sad, nor sick, nor merry, nor well, but civil count, civil as an orange, and something of a jealous complexion.
Oh, faith, lady, I fear your blazon be true. I'll be sworn it be so, his conceit is false. Claudio, I have wooed in thy name. Fair hero is won. I have broke with her father, his goodwill obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take me my daughter, whether by fortunes, his grace has made the match, and all grace say, amen to it.
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I were but little happy if I say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give away myself for you and dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss, and let him not speak neither.
Oh, faith, lady, have a merry heart.
Indeed, my lord, I thank it, poor fool. It keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
Thus goes everyone to the world but I, and I am sunburnt. I may sit in a corner and cry, hey-ho for a husband.
Oh, Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I'd rather have one of your father's getting. Has your grace ne'er a brother like you? Your father has excellent husbands, if a maid could come by one.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord. Unless I might have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech your grace, pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me. To be merry best becomes you, for out of all question you were born in a merry hour.
No, my lord, my mother cried, and then a star was danced, and under that I was born. Cousins, God give you joy.
Niece, you will look to those things I told you of?
I cry you mercy, uncle. By your grace's pardon.
By my troth, a sweet lady.
There's little of the melancholy element in her, my lord. But she's never sad except when she sleeps. And not ever sad then, for I heard my daughter say she often dreamt of unhappiness and waked herself with laughing.
She will not endure to hear tell of a husband.
Oh, by no means. She mocks all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
Oh, my lord. If they were married by the week, they would talk themselves mad.
Claudia, when mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time goes on crutches. To love have all his right.
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is hence but just 7 nights, and a time too brief to answer all things my mind.
Come. You shake the head at so long a breathing, but I'll warrant thee, Claudio, the time will not go dully by us. I will, in the interim, undertake one of Hercules' labours to bring Lady Beatrice and Senior Benedict into a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I would fain have it a match, and doubt not but to fashion it, if you three will but minister such assistance as I do give thee direction.
I am for you, my lord, although it cost me 10 nights watching.
And I, my lord.
And you, gentle hero?
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
And Benedict is not the unhopeless of husbands I have met. Thus far can I praise him. He is of noble strain, approved valour, and confirmed honesty. I will teach thee to humour thy cousin so that she shall fall in love with Benedict. And I, with you two's help, will so practice unto Benedict, that in spite of his quick wet and queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods. Go in with me, and I will tell you my drift.
Arto, yea, my lord, but I can cross it. Any bar, any cross, any impediment shall be medicinable to me. I am sick in displeasure to him, and whatsoever comes athwart his affection ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your lordship a year since how much I am in the favour of Lady Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to hero.
I remember.
I can't any unseasonable instant of the night to point her to look out of her lady's chamber window.
What life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in you to temper. Go you to the prince your brother, spare not to tell him that he hath wronged his honour in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimation do you mightily hold up, to a contaminated stale, such a one as hero.
And what proof will I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to misuse Claudio, to undo hero and to kill Leonato. Would you for any other issue?
Only to despite them, I will endeavour anything.
Go then. Fight your leader to draw Don Pedro and the Count Claudio alone. Tell them that you know that hero loves me. Attain a kind of zeal both to the prince and Claudio, as in the love of your brother's honour he hath made this match, and his friend's reputation, who is thus like to be cousin to the semblance of the maid, that we have discovered thus. They will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances which will bear no less likelihood than to see me at your chamber window. Hear me call Margaret hero. Hear Margaret call me Claudio. And bring them to see this the very night before the intended wedding. For in the meantime I will so fashion the matter that hero shall be absent, and there shall arise such seeming truth of hero's disloyalty, that jealousy shall be called assurance, and all the preparations overthrown.
Grow this to what adverse issue it can. I will put it in practice. Be cunning in the working this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Be you constant in the accusation, and my cunning shall not shame you.
I will presently go, learn their date of marriage.
Boy? Boy?
Yes, senor.
In my chamber window lies a book. Bring it hither to me in the orchard.
But I'm here already, sir.
I know that, but I would have thee hence and here again. I do much wonder how one man, seeing how much another man is a fool, when he dedicates his behaviours to love, will, when he has laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man is Claudio. I have known where there was no music with him but the drum and the fife. And now will you listen to the sabre and the fife? I have known when he would have marched 10 miles afoot to see a good armour, and now will he lie 10 nights awake carving the fashion of a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose, like an honest man and soldier, and now is he turned orthography. His words are a very fantastical banquet, just so many strange dishes. May I be so converted and see with those eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. Until all graces be in one woman shall not come in my grace. Rich, she shall be. That's certain. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Noble, or not I for an angel, of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be... What colour, please, God? Ha! The prince and Monsieur Love. I will hide me in the arbour.
Come, shall we hear this music?
Yea, my good lord. How still the evening is. It's hushed on purpose to grace harmony.
See where Benedict hath hid himself.
Very well, my lord. The music ended, we'll fit the kid fox with a pennyworth.
Come, Balthazar, we'll hear that song again.
Oh, I pray you, my lord, tax not so poor a voice.
It's the witness still of excellency to put a strange face on his own complexion. I pray thee sing, and have me woo no more.
Since you talk of wooing, I will sing, since many a one commences to suit to one he thinks not worthy. Yet he woos, yet he will swear he loves.
Come now, sing. Or the wilt hold longer argument? Do to note.
But note this, there is not a note of mine that's worth the noting.
Why, these are very crotchets that he speaks. No, Note for sooth and noting. Here.
Sigh no more, lady, sigh no more. Then were deceivers ever. One foot in sea and one on shore. To one thing constant never. Sigh no more, lady, sigh no more. Then were deceivers ever. One foot in sea and one on shore. To one thing constant never. Then sigh not so, but let them go. And be you blithe and bonny, converting all your signs of woe into hay. Sing no more, ditty, sing no more of dumb so dull and heavy. The fraud of men was ever so, since summer first was leafy. Then sigh not so, but let them go, and be you blind and bonny, converting all your signs of woe into hay.
Bye, growth and good song. No, this thing is well enough for a ship.
If she had been a dog that would have held us, they should have hanged her.
Yea, marry, dost thou hear, Balthazar? I pray thee, fetch us some excellent music, for we'll have it tomorrow night at the Lady Hero's chamber window.
The best I can, my lord.
Do so. Farewell. Come hither, Leonato. What was it you told me of today, that your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedict?
Oh, I stalk on, the foul sits. I didn't ever think that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I, but how wonderful she should so dote on Signor Benedict, who she had in all outward behaviours ever seemed to have bore.
It's possible. Sits the wind in that corner?
By my troth, my lord, I cannot tell you what to think, but she loves him with an enraged affection. It's beyond the infinite of thought.
Maybe she's off, but counterfeit.
Faith like enough.
Oh God, counterfeit. There was never a counterfeit of passion came so near the life of passion as she discovers it.
Why, what effects of passion shall she?
Bait the hook while this fish will bite.
Oh, what effects, my lord? She will sit you. My daughter tells you how.
Needs if she did indeed.
How pray you? You amaze me. I would have thought her spirit proved invincible to all assaults of affection.
I would have sworn it had, especially against Benedict.
And she
I
made
should think this a gull, but that the white-bearded fellow speaks it.
He obtained the infection, hold it up.
Has she made her affection known to Signor Benedict?
No, and swear she never will. That's her torment.
It's true indeed, so your daughter says. Shall I, says she, that have so often counted him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
This says she as she begins to write to him, but there she sits 20 times a night, and there she sits in her smock until she has written a note. My daughter tells us all.
Oh, now you took a sheet of paper, I am reminded of a pretty jest your daughter told us of.
That when she had written it, and was reading it back, she found Beatrix and Benedict between the sheets.
That!
Oh, she railed at her. She tore that letter in 1,000 halfpence and railed at herself that she should be so immodest to write to one she knew would flout her. I measure him, said she, by my own spirit, for I should flout him if he writ to me. Yea, though I love him, I should.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedict, God give me patience.
Oh, she doth indeed, my daughter tells us all. And she's afeard that the ecstasy has so much overborne her that she may do a desperate outrage to herself. 'Tis most true.
It were good Benedict knew it by some other if she will not discover it.
But to what end? He wouldn't make a sport of it and torment the poor lady worse.
And he may, it were an arms to hang him. She's an excellent, sweet lady, and out of all question, she is virtuous.
And she's exceeding wise.
In everything but loving Benedict.
Oh my God, wisdom and blood combating in so tender a body, and we have 10 proofs to 1 that blood hath the victory, and I am sorry for her, as I have just caused being her uncle and her guardian.
I would she had bestowed this dotage on me. I would have doffed all other respects and made her half myself. Pray thee, tell Benedict of her love, and hear what I will say.
Were it good, think you?
Hero thinks surely she will die, for she says she will die if you love her not, and she will die ere she make her love known, and she will die if you woo her, rather than she would take one breath of her accustomed crossness.
She doth well, and if she should make tender of her love, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it. For the man, as you know, hath a contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man.
He doth indeed have a good outward happiness.
For God, and in my mind, very wise.
He hath indeed some sparks that are like wit.
And I take him to be valiant.
Oh, his Hector, I assure you. And in the managing of such quarrels, you may say he was wise. For he either avoids them with great discretion, or undertakes them with the most Christian-like fear.
If you do fear God, you must necessarily keep the peace. If he does enter into a quarrel, he must do so with fear and trembling.
And he will, for the man doth fear God, howsoever it appears not in him with by some large jests he will be. Well, I'm sorry for your niece. Come, shall we go find Benedict and tell him of her love?
And never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Oh, nay, she may well her heart out first.
We'll hear further it by your daughter. Let it cool the while. I love Benedict well, and wish he would modestly examine himself to find out how much he is unworthy so good a lady.
My lord, shall we walk? Dinner is ready.
If you do not dote on her upon this, I will never trust my expectations.
Let the same net be spread for her. That your daughter and her gentlewoman must carry. The sport will be when each holds an opinion of another's dotage, which no matter, that's the scene I would like to see, which will be merely a dumb show. Come, let us send her to call him into dinner.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me. Why? It must be requited. I hear how I am censured. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say too that she would rather die than show any sign of affection. I did never think to marry. I must not seem proud. Happy are they that can hear the detractions and put them to mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis a truth. I can bear them witness. And virtuous. 'Tis so. I cannot reprove it. And wise. But for loving me. By my troth, it is no addition to her wit, nor no great folly of her argument, for I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me, because I have railed so long against marriage, but doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. No. The world must be peopled. I said I would die a bachelor. I did not think I would live until I were married. Here comes Beatrice. By this day she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I'm sent to bid you to come to dinner.
Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure then in the message.
Just as much as you take upon a nice point to choke a door withal. You have my stomach, Signor. Farewell.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come into dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. Well, that's as much as to say any pains I take for you is as easy as thanks. I do not take pity of her. I am a villain. If I do not love her, I'm a fool. I will go get her picture.
Good Margaret, run thee to the parlour. There shalt thou find my cousin Beatrice proposing with the Prince and Claudio. Whisper her ear and tell her I and Ursula walk in the orchard. Say that thou overheardst us and bid her to steal into the pleached bower. There she will hide her to listen to our office. This is thy purpose. Fare thee well in it and leave us alone.
I'll bring her to you. I warrant you presently.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, my talk to thee must be of how Benedict is sick in love with Beatrice. Now begin. For look, where Beatrice like a lapwing runs, close by the ground to hear our conference.
So anger we for Beatrice even now, is couched on the woodbine provinture. Fear you not my part of the dialogue?
Then go we near her, that her ear lose nothing of the false sweet bait that we lay for it. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince, and my new trotted lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they loved Benedict, to wish him wrestle with affection, and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why, does not the gentleman deserve such full and fortunate bed as ever Beatrice shall couch upon?
Oh, God of love, I know he does deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of proudest stuff than of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eyes, mispricing what they look upon, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. She cannot love, nor take nor shape, nor project of affection. She is so self-inhibited.
Sure, I think so too. Therefore it would not be good that she knew his love, let she make sport of it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw man, how wise, noble, young, how rarely featured, that she would spell him backwards. If barefaced, she would swear the gentle be her sister. If tall, a lance ill-headed. If low, an agate very vilely cut. If speaking, why a vein blown with all winds. If silent, why a block moved with none. So turns she every man the wrong side out, and never gives to truth and virtue, to which simpleness and merit deface it.
Sure, such carping is not commendable.
No, not to be so odd, and from all fashions, as Beatrice is, cannot be commendable. Then who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me. Oh, she would laugh me out of myself, press me to death with wit. Therefore let Benedict, like covered fire, consume away in sighs, waste inwardly. It were a better death to die with locks, which is as bad as to die with tickling.
Yet tell her of it, hear what she will say.
No, rather, I will go to Benedict, and counsel him to fight against his passions. And truly, I'll devise some honest slander to stain my cousin with. One doth not know how much an ill word may empoison life.
Oh, don't do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse such a rare gentleman as Signor Benedict.
He is the only man of Italy, always accepted, my dear Claudia.
I pray you be not angry with me, madam. Speaking my fancy, for shape, for bearing of argument, and valour, Signor Benedict goes foremost in report through Italy.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
His excellent did earn it. There he had it. When are you married, madam?
Why, every day tomorrow. Come, go in. I'll show thee some attires, and have thy counsel which is best to furnish me tomorrow.
She's taken, I warrant you, we've caught her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by haps. Some Cupid kills with arrows, some with traps.
What fire is in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned? Pride and scorn so much. Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedict, love, I will requite thee, taming my wild heart into thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness will incite thee to bind our loves in a holy band. Others say, thou dost deserve, and I do believe it better than reporting it.
I will but state that your marriage be consummate, and then I must go towards Arrogance.
I'll bring you thither, my lord, if you'll vouchsafe me.
No. That'd be as great a soil in the coat of your new marriage as to show a child his new coat and forbid him to wear it. I'll only be bold with Benedict, for from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot, he is all mirth.
Gallants, I am not as I have been.
So say I. Methinks he looks sadder.
I hope he be in love.
Hang him, Truant. There's no true drop of blood in him to be touched by love. If he be sad, he wants money.
I have the toothache.
Draw it.
Hang it.
You must hang it first and draw it afterwards.
Sigh for a toothache.
Where is but humour on a one?
Well, everyone can master a grief, but he that has it.
Yet say I, he's in love.
There's no appearance of fancy in it. Unless it be a fancy for strange disguising. To be a Frenchman today and a Dutchman tomorrow are two countries at once. A German from the waist down all slop, and a Spaniard from the hip upwards, no doublet. Unless he's a fancy to this foolery as it appears he hath, then he's no fool for fancy as you would have it appear he is.
If he be not in love with some woman, there's no believing old signs. A brushless hat of the morning. What should that be?
Hath any man seen him at the barber's?
No, but the barber's man hath been seen with him, and the old ornament of his cheek hath already stuffed tennis balls.
Indeed, he looks younger by the loss of a beard.
Hey, and rubs himself with civet too. Can you smell him out by that?
That's as much as to say, the sweet youth's in love.
The greatest note of it is his melancholy.
And when does he want to wash his face?
Or to paint himself, for the which I hear what they say of him.
And nay, but his jesting spirit, which is now crept into a lute string, and now governed by stock.
Indeed, that tells a heavy tale for him. To conclude, he is in love.
Nay, but I know who loves him.
Marry, that I know too. One that knows him not.
Yes, and all his little conditions, and in despite of all, dies for him.
He shall be buried with a face upwards.
Yet is this no charm for the toothache? Old Signor, walk aside with me. I have studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak to you that these hobby horses shall not hear.
On my life, to break with him about Beatrice.
Tis even so. Hera and Ursula have by this played their part with Beatrice, and then the two bears will not bite one another when they meet.
Yeah, my lord and brother, God bless you.
Good den, brother.
If your letter served, I would speak with you.
In private?
If it pleases you, yet the Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
No, he does.
I know not that, when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, a name better at me, by that I will now manifest. For my brother, I think he holds you well, and in dearness of heart he hath helped effect your ensuing marriage. Surely suit ill spent and labour ill bestowed.
Brother, what's the matter?
I came hither to tell you, and circumstances shortened, for she hath been too long the talking of. The lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she, Leonato's hero, your hero. Every man's hero.
Disloyal!
What is too good to paint at her wickedness? I could say that she were worse. Think you a worse title, I will fit it to it. Wonder not till further warning. Go but with me tonight, and you will see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her, but it would better fit your honour to change your mind.
May this be so?
I will not think it.
If you trust not that you see, confess not that you know. If you will follow me, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I see anything tonight, why I should not marry her tomorrow in the congregation, or I should wed there will I shame her.
And as I would for thee to obtain her, I will stand with thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no further till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly tonight, and let the issue show itself.
Day untowardly turned.
Oh, mischief strangely thwarting.
No plague right well prevented. So you will say, when you have seen the secret.